I try to find love from a stranger on my phone. My vision blurry, so I forget.
Hey, how's it going? It's been a while. Sorry about that. I'm planning today on doing some streaming on some bounties on the Maybe project. So a little bit different to what I've been streaming in the past, although that was quite a few months ago. I am having to test some stuff because I'm also going to be streaming, multi-streaming YouTube, Algora and Twitch. I'm just going to quickly jump across over into Algora and check whether things are working over there, because I'm not entirely sure my OBS is completely set up correctly to be able to stream to 3 locations. We will see. A little bit different to what I've been streaming in the past, although that was quite a few months ago. Okay, this looks good. To test some stuff because I'm also going to be streaming, multi-streaming YouTube, Algora and Twitch. I'm just going to quickly jump across over into Algora and check whether things are working over there, because is my music coming from? I'm not entirely sure my OBS is completely set up correctly to be able to stream to 3 locations. It is a little bit. We'll see. We're good there. Cool. We'll pause that because you're going to be hearing me speak twice, and hearing once is enough, right? So I'll turn that off. We know that that's working now. We're streaming over here on Algora TV as well. Although, if I'm streaming onto Algora TV, I probably should have the chat. How do I get the chat? How do I pop this out? I want the chat. I don't want to watch my channel. Can I do like a flash chat? It kind of looks like a chat. We'll pause that because you're going to be hearing me speak twice, and hearing once is enough, right? So now you're hearing it 3 times, so I really apologise for that. Hello? I'm messaging that in there. Okay, cool. So that is kind of the chat. I'm going to pop that out and stick that somewhere over on this other monitor that I have, where I've got other things going on as well. I'm going to have columns. We've got our YouTube and our... bit messy going on over here. There's a chaotic mess of chat windows. We'll do that. I've got a good setup over there now. Right. Now, what I'm actually going to be working on, well, there is some bounty that's been launched over in the Maybe project, which is also why I'm streaming on Algora. The Build Financial Freedom Calculator bounty. This was literally just published about 28 minutes ago. I had to get some stuff set up before I could take this on, but fortunately kind of schedule lined up and I was able to kind of pick this up. And as part of this, there's also an additional bonus if I stream it. So that's the plan. We're going to be working on this Financial Freedom Calculator on their marketing site. This is their marketing site. I've got it running locally already because I've done some stuff on it in the past. And the plan will be to create a tool section. I remember there's admin or something. Admin. There's some sort of admin path. Unless this has changed and now there's like a whole login. It's possible. There's like /avo now. No? Not sure what's going on there. I need to figure that out and see what the deal is and look in the project. But this will be the project that we're working on. This is the first of a set of tools. And savings, expensive growth rate. I'm going to go through here and just look. Just scanning through here quickly. We've got the D3 controller from the other project. We might want to bring that across. It might be different. I don't entirely know if we have bar charts in the other project right now, but you might want to copy that and just make some tweaks and modify it. I need to add a comment to this project to say, hey, I'm going to start this. I don't know how long I'm going to stream today. Quite late in the day already. We'll see. I'm gonna have to maybe take a break at a certain point. Maybe we'll come back to it. I don't know. Haven't figured that out yet. So there's my attempt. I'm saying, okay, I'm going to attempt this. Submit a draft. How does the live mode work? Comment / live stream once live. Well, I am live already. Just got the notification to let me know that I've been tagged in here. If I refresh this, that should add me in here. What I don't like about live streaming is if I comment / live stream, other people can just watch and see what I'm doing. And I also kind of like these projects being a bit of a like competition, you know. But we'll see. Right. I don't know if I need to have a PR in order to do this / live stream. It does say about adding a draft PR once you start and include claim. I don't have anything as a draft PR yet. Before we jump into, because we're not really into building this yet, I still need to do a bit of exploration. So what are we dealing with? We've got this project. The routes, yeah, they've changed it. So there's now Avo. There's also some sort of like login system. And there's also revise all. Interesting. Interesting. The project's changed a little bit since I last did any work on it. There's a bin / setup command. Let's see what's in the setup script. Is there like a seed now? No. What's the prepare script though? Copying sample files. There wasn't an env example before, I think. Okay, so now there's a bunch of API keys and stuff that I need to set. Interesting. Oh, admin username, admin password. Okay. So perhaps we should reset the project and go through this flow. Okay, fine. Let's Rails DB drop. Oh, bin / Rails DB. Or reset, you know, one of those might have done. Being accessed, that's because it's running. We'll stop it from running. Drop the database. Okay. Now, that's gone. We should set up our env example file. I don't think I have env file, right? No. Paste that in there. That's our env file. We don't have ConvertKit. We will have an admin username and an admin password. Cloak toggle. Yeah, I thought I was in this file. Jiffy. E.env paste. There we go. Toggle that, and I might just want to go grab the synth API key, but I'll probably want to grab my API key off the stream. We'll do that in a second. How do I get started, I guess? Continue with GitHub. There's my API key. Oh, did you see that? I don't know if you did. It doesn't really matter too much. Anyway. And anyway. Good. That's in the git ignore anyway, so I don't need to worry about that. Now, what's next? I've got copied those across bin/setup bin/dev. So bin/setup. I've already installed the dependencies. We're creating the database. Bin/dev. Now, did it? Why do I log in? Was that in the? So now there's no financial terms and there's no finance, like that's all expected because I cleared the database. How do I log in? Sign in. Sign up. There's a login. Login. That env example doesn't seem to relate to what's going on here. Env example admin username AWS. The only place that's mentioned. So I'm pretty sure that even though I added that file, it didn't really do anything. What I need to do, in which case, is create a user. So we're just going to go Josh at maybe.dev test. Password's too short. We will just create a new one, Josh at maybe.dev. That'll do. Okay, so now I have an account. I've signed in. What else can we do? Account. I didn't expect that to exist, but yeah, we've got a /profile we can go to. Okay, so we have a profile. Now I need to figure out how to make myself an admin. Now I imagine it's a user model. And it has this revise auth. I've never heard of revise auth before. Guessing it's kind of like devise, but not revise. Okay, is this new? What did this? I've never seen this. Okay. I mean, it's by Chris, so it's usually pretty good. I assume. This stuff is usually pretty good. Yes, there we go. Where am I going? Well, there's some sort of admin thing. I'm assuming the revise auth must have some sort of. I guess I could just do something like this. Yes. Bin/Rails C. Go to the Rails console. From the Rails console, we can do user.first. Update admin. And then that will allow us access to /avo. Cool. I haven't actually done anything with Avo before, but we've got our articles in here. We can create an article. We've got stocks. We've got terms. We can create term. Happy with that. All looks pretty good. Nice. Now, on to the actual projects that we have at hand. We've spent 10 minutes just setting up our code base and making sure we get to that. Now, one of the things I did spot was that he had, like, kind of confusing, but the guy who sets projects up and set the bounties, also called Josh. Saw that Josh set up a tools endpoint. Yeah, so there is a tools index. Do we care about that? I don't know. Let's take a look at some of these Figma files. That's where I want to go next. We've got the mini tools UI kit Figma file. Okay, so this is like a little UI kit. I don't know if I'm like, there's nothing in the project about building UI kit. So, very fast to build. So then, I mean, we'll do that anyway. We'll make sure everything's kind of broken down into partials. Maybe these are the partials we break them down into. We'll see. Kind of depends how we pull them together. Callouts, stuff like that makes sense. We'll have a look at that as we go. What have we got? We've got pages. It looks like there's some content, and then there's also some like other links to tools and stuff. That's interesting. And then tool itself. Or is that just the example page? They're both the same Figma, huh? That's the old login that I don't have access to anymore. That's my login. Okay, we've got financial freedom, compound interest, speculator calculator, a bunch of different calculators. It's funny, I actually spent a large portion of a previous job building little infographic-y tools like this and calculators for embedding onto websites. We've got a bunch of content which we kind of want the Avo thing to do for us. Curious about how some of that part works. Let's close out of that. Let's go article. No. Okay, fine. So basically we have a model and Avo then gets configured about how it's gonna do stuff with that model. We already have tool as a thing. Possibly not. That might be a thing that we think about. We create a tool model to hold this information in the same way that we've got articles and terms and stuff like that. We've got the slider form elements. It's all of this stuff. So we've got the tool itself, this block of interactive HTML stuff that's going on, and then we've got the kind of content and the supporting structure that supports the content. Those are kind of the main things that we've got there. As evidenced by the pages, we've got kind of the overall page with the grid of here's the different tools. We've got here is a specific tool, and that's a variant of the same page. Yeah, basically. So these two are the same. But yeah, there's two pages. One is the index, one is the show. That makes sense. I'm kind of thinking of this as like a show. Then the question is, how do we embed that tool into the page. I guess we could use the slug as some sort of ID, and as long as it matches the slug in the thing, then it will render that tool. Yeah, I like the idea of that. Let's start doing that. So we'll go. Oh, it's been a little while since I've done anything in Neovim, and my fingers just aren't quite what they used to be. You know, space PF, and we'll get it back. We'll get it back. Not the right place. Article. In here, we'll create a new file. We'll call it. Well, actually, we also want to do the migration. Rails or bin/Rails, because I've not figured out the stuff correctly. Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotion. I'm not interested in promotion. I do not stream consistently enough to need promotion, and so you know, I would time you out, but there's no one else here. So. You're not bothering me, not bothering anyone else. So, Soz, good luck on your conquest. Anyway, bin/Rails. What are we doing here? We are doing a migration. Migrate, and we are going to do. Actually, Rails generate or JG model. The model is going to be called tool because we're tools. And what are we going to have? Well, I guess it's going to have something very similar to email, maybe terms and stuff like that, and articles, content. We're going to have text as content. We're going to have a string that's a slug, title. No, those things. Do we need published app? Don't know. Author? Don't know. Let's just take a quick look, see what we've got. Maybe in the Figma file. There's categories. We're not going to worry too much about the category just yet. That doesn't seem to be a thing. Okay, there is categories. That will be a concern we come up with later, I think. Yeah, no author, no published date. It's just that here is the tool. So title, slug, content. bin/Rails model tool. Hello, how are you doing? I'm doing good, thank you. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Passing by to ask something. Sure, what's up? Ask away. So we've got title, we've got slug, and then we've got content, which is going to be typed text. I think that's it. So we'll run that. Oh, and it looks like Avo automatically generates those resources, also generates the controller. First of all, do you know what routing is? In what context? Also, root ROOT or root ROUTE phones. Routing phones. I'm familiar with the concept. I would have to look into how to do it if I was really that bothered about doing it. It's not something I'm kind of into doing, I suppose. I haven't really had a need to do so. Okay, now bin/Rails db migrate. Okay, cool. Now let's see, what have we got? So if we went on to duplicate this. So we've got tools now. I'm going to create a new tool. I'm going to call this tool. Does this look the other way that content needs to be more than just that? So we go to Avo resources, Content markdown. Content as text area. Okay. Markdown. So then when we refresh this, we get markdown editor. Cool. Okay, great. How come you ask? What's the question? Do you know the Xiaomi lets you unlock the bootloader 1 week later? Why not? Didn't know that. Xiaomi I wondered if you know a way to take a shortcut on that. No, it's not something I don't typically tend to. I assume that's an Android phone. I run iPhone, so don't really mess about with the phone too much. But yeah, it's not one that I'm familiar with. Familiar with. Financial freedom calculator. If you want to take a look, the tool is Melock. This is some content. Okay. And sweet. So now we have tool/1, I assume. Just the tools show. We've got tools, and we've got tools show. Another thing that I wonder about actually is if I just go into articles and we're creating an article, I'm going to call it test. This is test. Test content. If I save that, I imagine, I'm guessing, I probably need to publish it. Yeah, that has that. I need to work out how to use the slug to render the thing, so we'll do that. Article to param slug. Okay, fine. So we'll want that on our tool. Dev2 param. Is there anything in the controller? Find by slug, obviously. Okay. Tools controller. Tool find by slug. Is that a thing? It looks like something that could be in Rails, but it also looks a bit weird. Find by at tools tool.all. Okay. Now tool index. What are you making? I'm working on a bounty that's listed on a project called Maybe. So I'm building a marketing site, feature of a marketing site that's an open source project on GitHub. This is the issue that I'm currently working on. And there's kind of a reward for doing so, hence the bounty part of that. And yeah, so I'm kind of just working on that. So I'm building this financial freedom calculator, which you put in your current savings, your monthly expenses, and your savings growth rate, and it will tell you kind of how much freedom you have, I suppose, as your money dwindles down in front of you. Fun. That's what I'm building, so I'm kind of just mocking out the beginnings of that. To begin with. Interesting. It is. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And yes, I'm building this at the moment. That is what I'm working on. wondering how much of this looks like that. Not much. What about a term? Let's add in a term. Go in here, create a new term. Test. Test. This is the term called test. This is the term called test. There's no video. We save. And then we'll refresh this. Now we've got test. That's a bit closer. And they've got some of those concepts in there, I suppose. So term show. Tool index. Tool name would have made more sense, but I called it title. We'll go fix the mistake just made by loading up a new thing, doing bin/rails db rollback the migration. db migrate, create tools. Name, Avo resources tool, name, tool. Avo tool controller. Okay, fine. I don't have to worry about that. I do have to now db migrate to make sure I do the migration on that controller again, and I'm going to have to go back into Avo, back into tools, and recreate the tool because I kind of destroyed it. This is a test. Interesting, there is actually something I should have noted here as well while I'm doing this. There's kind of a blob of text here, and then there's a blob of text down here. There's two blobs of text. So like there's an intro, and then there's the tool. So I need to add that into the migration as well, which I should have really thought about when I was just doing this rollback. Hey ho. No. Tool, migrate tools. What are we doing here? So we're going into t.text intro. Intro, and then what am I doing next? Avo tool. Build intro as markdown or text. I'm going to do markdown just because why not. And now we'll migrate. Let's see, we've got this. How long will your savings last? Let's do that. Let's refresh this. Financial freedom calculator. How long will your savings? And then we'll have some sort of how to use this calculator. Yes, I'm fluent in Latin. Lorimism. Right. Now, tools 1. Back here. Good. Now we'll go back to our tool show. I thought I started building this out. No, I started building it in the tools index, which was stupid because wrong place. Let's just do cool. Term tool G. There isn't going to be any video because we don't have video in here, and this isn't content. This is going to be the intro. Undefined name nil. Now I'm pretty sure I changed it to name. So tool is nil because I'd already done the slap. The slug. Okay, we've got a page. Let's switch back to tools index. Change this up a little bit. I'm not going to build out this too much too quickly, but let's just make sure that we're rendering each one of these blocks. Tools each do tool. Link to tool path tool. Description. Again, this is another piece of data that I should have added to the thing. We're kind of discovering these as we go. If I jump back to tools, of course there's no description. We'll just use intro for now. Cool. And then we'll also go to the layout application because we are going to need to add into our nav at the top after financial terms. Li tools. I know it's going to be the same one. Where is the tools? Probably just going to be a different nav, right? Yeah. Tools. Change to the underscore tools path. Right, and then I refresh. No. Where? How many? Oh my god, there's no one here. Right. Change inside the quotes. Tools. Change to the underscore tools. Is that it? Yes. There we go. That takes us to tools. That takes us to the financial freedom calculator. Trying to get the skeleton up. It's not going to look pretty to start with. That's generally how I work on these sort of things. I just get to rough end-to-end flow as quickly as possible. How are we looking? We've got a lot of stuff going on. Perhaps now's a good time to just create a draft PR and set that up. Also, I haven't checked in on not sure what's going on there. Just need a second to check that. Is it working? Yeah, that's working. The other thing that I wanted to check on is where has it gone? You know, Algora. Perhaps I just need to check that this for TV. We're still live over here. Yeah, that's all working still. I don't see any drop frames. And it looks like we're still streaming on all of those platforms, which is good. You know, I assume it's good, but who really knows? Why is it not loading? Maybe I'll check on a different browser. tv.algora.io. It says I'm live, but it's also not letting me. Let's just do. Oh, it's streaming. So fun. Anyway, girl, you're live. Thank you for the confirmation. I wasn't necessarily meaning Twitch though. It's a separate platform, multi-streaming. Doing it on Algora as well. But anyway, thank you for the confirmation. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you're well. Right. Let's see. So we've got all of this. I wonder if I should also do a description. So we've got our description bit here. There's probably also an icon as well. bin/rails db rollback. Migrate tools. Description. I think this one probably should be a text area. Hello tool. Field slug, field intro, field description as text area. bin/rails db migrate. Cool. Now we're back to creating a new tool again, so we'll refresh this page. How long will your savings last? How long will your savings last? Then the description is this. And then the actual content is going to be something like that. Plus how to use this calculator. Cool. Surprising that that's not a link, you know? There's like no way back. I'll come back to that. I think that's a little challenge to solve. I think that's probably it in terms of the data structure. We'll get onto the actual tool momentarily. Perhaps I also just need to make sure that I render the content as well and have the basic structure of content shown. I'd like to get that in there. So it's just a nice markdown tag with content. tool show. Tool content. So we have the tool name, the tool intro, and the tool content kind of in there. This markdown here, go in a div. I don't know why. Why is this not? What the hell is that color? Why does it look like someone peed on this side of the screen? Like, what? What is going on? Because it's pros. Oh, there's no text center on this. It's on the... Okay. Class text center. What am I saying is last? Okay. That gets us that. I need to tidy up some of the fonts and stuff, and it gets us this. This has a max width of 504 pixels. This doesn't look like 504 pixels. This looks like something else. 120. 504 pixels. Looks more accurate. And then what else have we got? We've got the content in there. We've got this idea of more calculators again. Perhaps something I add in after, once we've got some of the more calculators in there. Now that I've got the intro or the description of the tool, maybe I go to Tools, Index, Description. Okay. Anything else I can just do on this one part of the project? This tools page. What else is on it? We've got try and our free financial tools and calculators. Let's add that section to the page. Articles, index. We'll come back and do the meta tags later. I like the idea of doing those. I did this last time. I'm just not sure on that approach, but it is a 3-column grid, and this did create a 3-column grid. So tool index. We'll get rid of that, and then I guess we'll just see what that does. Change inside tag. Happy with that. Grab that. Change inside tag. Paste that in. It looks slightly different. I'm going to come back and do a refine, although arguably I would say it's better to keep the consistency here. The other pages all have a similar heading, subheading, title, structure, design. Not sure why we should change it here, so arguably that is the point. This needs text balance, and perhaps the next one as well. Yeah. I would say that we could probably add that up here, like text balance. It didn't quite balance it in the same way, but you know. it gets us close enough. Right, so that is probably my first commit. We'll stage everything. We'll just quickly review what we've got. We'll worry about the tests later. I'm kind of happy with that. I do want to, however, make sure that I am on a branch. So we'll do git switch -c feature. Cool. Financial freedom calculator. Feature. Financial. I can't speak today. I don't know why. Just is what it is. And it ain't what it ain't. We'll commit, I think. Won't commit there. We'll do it in here. Don't know what I just did there. That's weird. Again, I don't know what I've done here. Here we go. Feature. Oh. Something I do on my own personal projects is I use Gitmoji. I get very just in the habit of using emoji every time I do a commit message. This project, we don't do that. So I have to remind myself not to do that. Anyway, this one is add. What do we add? Add tools to site, structure, and CMS. This will. I don't know if I need to say much more on that right now, but that's the start of what we're doing. So we'll commit that, and then well, I can't push it because I haven't pushed that branch yet. GPS up. GPS up is a little kind of shortcut alias I made myself just to be able to push the branch to my upstream or my origin, I suppose. And that lets me now create that key R, which we'll now do. If I go issues, do we have any other issues out? This is for issue number 35. So we're going to be kind of creating a draft PR with claim 35. Now, I don't know where I'm supposed to do this bit, but we'll give it a go. Right. Claim 35. Create draft PR. Happy with what's in there so far. Yep. Also, so that now updates this bounty. That's correct, isn't it? Do I add /live stream to here? We failed some sort of linting issue. Didn't realise it was going to nastily screenshot me like that. Look at that photo. What on earth? That's mean. That is mean. Right. Does that do something over here? I have no idea. This is the first time I've done this. Well, it obviously picked it up. So I don't know. Hey. What is this lint issue that we've got here? It's because somewhere we failed. The gem file? Did I even edit the gem file? And the tests failed as well. What? The test's even working here? Again, I'm not in bin. Also, gem file. Has to be a final new line missing. Run the Rubocop. I don't know why I stopped. Didn't realise I was running that there. I don't know what you're complaining about. It's not my fault. Maybe it is. You know. We'll see. I'll have to look at what's going on here. I haven't even changed the bloody gem file. You're having a giraffe. Okay. Look. There's clearly a problem here because this also failed both of those. So how long has it been failing for? It's been failing a while. It failed ever since Madmin was removed and Ruftin admin area was added. So, I mean, this is confusing because there is a final new line. Doesn't seem to want to care about it. I'm not going to try and fix it. It's already broken, you know. I mean, let's just take a look at where it was. This one? What happened to the... Again, I said I wasn't bothered. I kind of am bothered. Bin Rubocop F. Yeah. Line 52. So now it's complaining about there being a blank line. And now it's complaining that there's not a new line. You can't win. Again. Rubocop. Did something change with Rubocop here? Right. The bounty isn't to solve. Again, what is this colour? Gross. Anyway, the bounty's not to solve that, so let's maybe move on to the next thing that I was going to work on, which is probably the actual calculator. How should we tackle the calculator? This looks like mostly a front end thing. Like I don't really see us needing back end for this calculator. That's not to say that other calculators won't need back end. But this calculator, I don't see it needing the back end. We have a form and then a button, and then when you click the button, the form has to process some data and then generate this output on the right hand side. This feels like a very specific block of interaction. I don't think I can necessarily sum it up another way. We also have, so one of the ways I'm looking at this while I'm building it out is I'm looking at this screenshot. In fact, let's just look at the Figma file itself. If I go to examples. So we've kind of got this block here, right? There is an interaction there between this text block and this slider. As you slide it, I imagine the number changes, right? So that's a very specific interaction. That's a stimulus controller we can build. I should probably write these down somewhere, but hey, you know, we'll just remember them. That's a stimulus controller in my mind. There's like a, I need a name for it, but some sort of like bound input type thing, or maybe this is just slider input. I don't know. This is the same, again, same kind of thing. And again, our kind of fourth one. The input here is probably going to be like a start and an end on the slider. That's not to say that the, again, like what you set the end to here. This is an interesting interaction. Like 0 maybe, but then to like what? Again, this 5, 200, 300%, I don't know. We shouldn't cap it on the actual text input, but perhaps the slider has a range and then renders a max capped off amount, right? Then we click calculate. That is gonna have to do some stuff. And then rendering this form. Interesting. Now I have got a little kind of template thing I can do here. This we already kind of have a controller for. This can be its own controller as well. This can just be static text because no one's going to leave the page open for 9 months. And the hours, minutes and seconds is kind of a facade because I don't think we're really going to... Maybe we could work out the exact minute or something that the thing stops. I'm gonna have to quickly take pause, I think. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see. Actually, yeah, I'll be right back.
Take me back, leave me buried beneath wandering stars. Brilliant night. In disguise, having traveled 1,000 lives. Just to satisfy. I'll never know what we're supposed to do. And in a drill that your heart brings you all the clues. Given the chance, would you be someone new? 'Cause that's a fact, what it's asking of you. So let me fly, take
Yes, anyway, where was we? We've got a set of stimulus controllers that we were working on. That is going to be the plan there. This interaction, I guess the data for the calculator is probably going to be the interesting one. I think it makes... I don't see a reason for it to require a server interaction here. I actually think the server interaction probably complicates things in this instance. Perhaps this main interaction is the one to get right first. So. Oh, and I got back just in time for an ad break on Twitch. Sorry about that. I don't know if there are ads on Algora or what. It's probably something I should have open just to check, you know. It's broken it down into like 4 separate videos. I have no idea what is going on with the Algora one, but every frame, like thumbnail they take, looks terrible of me, you know. I mean, I check over on OBS and there's no drop frames, there's no... Everything seems to be okay there. But every time I try and look on Algora, it just... I don't know, it's something... I don't trust it, you know? I need someone to tell me that it's running smoothly, because yeah, that video is not working. It's broken down to like 4 separate videos. I mean, I guess I could check the videos themselves. But if it keeps creating separate videos, then there's clearly something wrong there.
I mean, let's just take a look at where it was. This one?
Oh.
What happened to the...
Yeah, I don't know. Also, actually, that reminds me, if the IDs keep changing, I won't be able to follow the chat. Maybe I do need to solve that somehow. I don't want to reduce the stream quality. I don't know. We'll see. I think that's probably as good as we're going to get without getting too much into it. It's kind of frustrating because I'm like, you know, if I go over to my PR that I've done here, like this, is that okay? It goes straight to the channel. I mean, you can see I'm live, so I don't know. What's the current ID? 9353. Nine 353. I can't just keep loading that chat, so I'm sorry if I'm missing any chat on Algora. Just refreshed, so maybe that is the latest chat. I don't know. I don't know what their like max bit rate is that they support on Algora. I may be doing it too high. I don't see any issues with any of the other streams, so anyway, got a little bit distracted there. This calculator thing is what we're looking at. Tool show. So between here and here, we need some way of rendering the tool. render now. I'm thinking I probably want to render the tool based on the slug, like render tool dot slug. Is that going to throw an error? I'd expect it to throw an error. Missing tools financial freedom calculator. Yes. I kind of want to. I'm gonna have to ask my old friend ChatGPT. A couple of questions. Now, in order to do that, I need to log into ChatGPT. I don't want to begin a bloody puzzle. What on earth is this? Enter your password. Use the arrows to change the number of objects until it matches the left image. This is a bizarre. I think it's that one. What is this? Okay, I need 2 shopping bags. Captures are getting weird. But that was not quite right. What do you mean it wasn't quite right? There's 2 razors. There's 3 lightning bolts. There's 1 die. Thank Christ, I'm a human. Anyway. What would we even here for? I want to render a partial in a Rails app dynamically. Only if the partial exists. View help render if it exists. Is there some sort of Rails? Is there some sort of Rails helper for this? Oh, sometimes ChatGPT just grinds my gears. Right, go. Underscore. Test underscore. Yeah, that's what it is. I would forget some of the little things like that. I think what we'll do. Tools helper. Dev render tool. And so kind of want to do either partial exists tool partial equals tool slash tool dot slug dot underscore. If partial exists, render partial. Well, actually, I'll probably just do render partial if partial exists. Do I need the locals? Probably not. I know what tool it is. But hey. Tool show. Render tool. Wrong number of arguments. And we'll create a new thing in here, which will be financial freedom calculator.html.exe. This is the tool. Right, perfect. That refreshed. That's in there. That only renders on there. We now have a way of creating our calculators. You know, that's an important part. I should also forget. It's been a while since I've streamed. I should boost up the font size so anyone watching can actually see what's going on here. Right. That's that. That's there. We'll refresh this. Maybe we'll refresh this. I'd like to occasionally check back, see what's going on with the ER, just for the issue, in case there's any changes. And yeah, so now we're building this. Right. There's 3 inputs. Number inputs, potentially. Do it as a form in Rails, but I also, it's a form that I'm not really looking to submit. I should do it as a form anyway. Maybe I should do the kind of form with hope through to form. Okay. What does the local tree bit do? Okay, I posted the. Okay, so we've got current savings. Hopefully. Number builds. What have we got here? Monthly savings growth rate. Monthly savings growth rate. Now I'm going to go and grab, I think, the form builder from the main app project. So there should be in here some sort of form builder. Application form builder. There's a lot in here now, including the monetized currency field. You know. Let's take it anyway, and then I'll. application form builder.rb. I think that's what it is, yeah. Right. Now, let's just take out some of the things that I don't have right now. We don't have monetized. Radio button can stay. Group select can stay. I mean, no. I only add the stuff that I need to add. Don't have select field, don't have collection select. Will have submit button. And we won't need that. We probably will want label args. Yes. Okay. And then if I remember correctly, as part of the search, I need to set the default form builder in the application controller. Application controller. Right. Okay. Kind of expected that to do something. But maybe I need to give it a kick. Give it a good kick sometimes. Nope. Now, I mean, all of the field helpers except those ones get replaced with this. Okay. I'd have at least expected to see some modification to the... Okay, no, they are working because there's some classes there. I don't think I've done it like that, but hey, who am I to get it wrong? If I go into here at where's the styles? Assets, style sheets. We are starting to get blinded by the light, you know. We'll, that's the wrong way. It should be getting darker at this time of day. I need to turn down the light, not up the. Okay, fine. Well, we're still a little bit overexposed in a few places, but you can actually see me now, so this needs to change. Tailwind. Let's just grab this. I don't think there's anything else in there, it's just that. Don't think I need that. I also don't think I need that. So that's those. And then... Okay. So that gives us some of the styles, but not necessarily all of the styles, because we're still missing the label. So I need to figure that out. The label... part of our form build. So it returns unless there's options label. And then the label args can either just be an array, a string which is just the label. I think it's just the string. I think the string is just the option. current savings. Is it? Label monthly expenses. Monthly savings growth rate. Oh, did you mean form field tag? Interesting. That means there is something called form field tag that I'm missing. I think it's a helper, yes. Forms helper. Bin Rails G helper. Forms. Could have just created the file, but I also just kind of wanted to. Do that quickly. I guess it's closer because we now have our form. Based on the same as the other project, which is fine. I'll come back to adding the currency symbols in a bit later. Yeah, now I kind of want to get the core of the thing kind of contained. Let's perhaps get a box going and like maybe this sidebar kind of concept also in there, just at a high level. What's the border radius on this box? Also, okay, no, there. Got shadow. Calculator. PG white. Shadow access. Yeah. Border. I don't know what's going on with my Tailwind config and why I'm not getting any IntelliSense type hyperhead stuff. Kind of annoying. The radius is 12. Excel. Rounded Excel. That's fine. There's a bit of padding on it. 8 pixels. Again, where is what's the amazing how quick to get the LSP info. What's going on with my calculator? Right, okay, we'll add this to our harpoon. Now I can just get back to it by pressing space 1. That'd be useful. Again, I don't know what happens to Tailwind. It's a little bit on the fritz right now. Placing 4 is 16. I need 8, 2. Do I need 8? I needed 8, right? Yes. 8 was the amount. It's got dark again. I don't know what's going on with the light outside. Which one is it? Not that one. This one. Right. Right. And then I need this one, which is the faded, which probably isn't set as faded. What's the color code? FA. Tailwind colors. Grey 25. Should I do this to the form? Sure. Mass 3G grey 25. Now, I mean, it doesn't look faded. No, the form has space Y25. But that's only if the because it's in the HTML. Ugh. You know what? We'll just add another div. It's not gonna hurt anyone. PG grey 25. P2 probably, I'm assuming. And maybe some sort of border radius mount that makes sense given the... which in our case is large. Rounded large. And it's 16 now. Well, that was 8. I'm pretty sure that's 16. And then, yeah. Looks accurate. And then the next thing I need to do, or want to do, is split. So we need to do another div. This is where the content will show. I guess technically it's the results. At the moment it's like that, but with a little... what's the structure here? Is there a structure in mind? It has a fixed width that just so happens to be what? 1100, 364, about a third. And then this can be flex. Something like that. I mean, this probably also wants to be 16 pixel padding. Apart from the fact it actually wants to be center aligned, but we'll come on to the empty state in a moment. calculate. I want to make my job easy here, so I'm going to add in some default. We'll add the same defaults here. Value 1500. Value four. Is that correct? Yep. Sweet. Now, again, I still don't know what's going on with colour here. What? How do I? Theme, light, dark. I'm assuming it's got something to do with the fact that I have this theme on this. I use a separate profile just to keep them separate. Yeah. I don't know. But we'll use that for now. Just so it doesn't bother me too much because it was looking weird. Fine, so that's getting closer. Now we're going to calculate. We're going to click calculate. It's going to do some stuff. What are we actually calculating here? Calculating each month. Is there a calculation set? Has someone already done the work of working out the calculation? Done that. Need to do that. Time estimation for how much freedom you have. Active countdown. That is what we need to do next. Uses your savings and expenses plus the growth rate. So I essentially need to calculate data for a series of months. Are we talking months here, maybe? Yeah, because it's monthly expenses. So our resolution is monthly, and we need to generate a bunch of JSON, a blob of JSON. I think. Yeah, let's create the stimulus controller maybe. This is going to be the actual calculator. Bin Rails G stimulus financial freedom calculator controller. That is a command. What are you on about? Bin Rails G stimulus. Maybe I forgot the bang at the beginning. Financial freedom calculator. No, financial freedom calculator. This one. Now I can switch between them easily. We're gonna add data controller. Financial freedom calculator. So there, that's going to then connect to that. And then we're going to have a calculate. Can I have to do the HTML bit, don't I? Data action. Is it data action? And then it's submit financial freedom calculator, calculate. Alert. Let's just see. Can that work? Event default. We don't actually want to submit the form here. That prevents the page from changing. That is the first thing we'll do. Okay. We don't actually want to do that or that, because actually that was me just trying to save the file. Now we have our form. I click calculate, it doesn't do anything. It's going to do some stuff. What do we need to do? Well, we probably want to see the console. Console.log. Okay. Can we console log event? Also, here's a wild guess. Event.form data, I believe, might well be a thing that we can access. Grab that data. If not, what is it then? Well, we have the form itself. So here's the form. We've got the submitter and the target. Didn't need to actually do that. Okay, so we've got the target anyway. Is it like that? Okay. There was a global variable temp1.data form. How to get form data from HTML form element. There is a way, I can't remember off the top of my head. I think I actually have to create a new form data and pass it the form. Is that correct? I knew the answer, you know. Sometimes you just know the answer, but you just need a quick console.log new form data event target. Is that right? No, so... I mean, I don't even know if I actually did one that was there, right? Current savings. Just letting ChatGPT ride the wave there. Yeah, there's the data. So now I have the form data. Current savings, monthly expenses, monthly savings growth rate. Is that right? Yeah. There we go. There's the data. Right, and on that note, I will be right back. Oh, I'm back. Not for long. I'm gonna have to drop off for a bit to make dinner and stuffs. But we'll see what I can get. Also, did the music stop? It did stop. I don't really know what to listen to. Melodic house and techno. Is that too much? I don't know. We'll see. Right. Where are we up to? What are we doing? We have this data, and I essentially want to click calculate and have it spit out some information. Do that in a moment. I'm also going to need to set a timer because I am going to get distracted at this rate. So we're going to set an alarm timer of some kind for maybe 5 minutes at most. Right, we have that data in there. We're then going to calculate the number of months. So let's just see what ChatGPT gives us. What was it going to say? It was going to give us a formula, months. So it's not enough to just calculate the number of months. I actually need to calculate each month. Until we're kind of doing a while loop here, or yeah, perhaps we have let's have a month's array while month let current savings is that. While we have more on current savings, let's pass these floats. Pass float. Right, so now we don't need to do that because we can just say let current savings is that. I mean, that data was kind of irrelevant. I kind of structured it like that so I could see it, but actually let's just do current savings is that. Const monthly expenses is that, and that's the savings growth rate, and then we don't need those. Cannot redeclare. No, because I don't need to do that. And then we set the const there to set that. So for each month, we what is this chart actually showing us? The monthly expenses should be always the same. Also, it's not there in month one. I don't know why it's not there in month one. It probably ought to be. So we're kind of building out an object, which is actually just the current savings. work out the day resolution, because we kind of want to know exactly what day to run out on. I need to think about that a little bit more. You could just work that out on the very last month, work out what day, how many days into the month you get until you run out, by working out the average daily expenditure. Like if we take the monthly expenses and then divide that by the number of days in a month, the average number of days in a month, we'll probably work out what the day is, you know, roughly. How many days into the month you get. We can probably just work that out. So how much over you've gone. There's some calculation there. Will be. Let's just see. You know, we've got this. Calculate valid array length. Oh, that's the 5 minutes up. How can it be an invalid array length? What? I actually don't know. What do you mean invalid array length? Array.push. Don't know. I think we're gonna have to come back to this. I am gonna have to pause here and have to stream again a little bit later. You know, we're getting fairly close. We've got most of it set up, but we're gonna have to pause. I'm gonna have to go and get stuff ready for dinner. I'll be back in a bit. Actually, I'll go be right back, and then we'll see. I'll come back in a sec. Well, maybe not in a second, but you know, we'll figure out how long. I might end the stream, or I might be able to come back in 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to end it there, and I'll probably be back in about an hour and a half maybe. And we'll keep working on building this financial freedom calculator. And we'll see how it goes in that time. Don't think anyone else is attempting it at the moment, apart from this person who commented a little while ago. So, we'll see. But that'll be the plan. And then I'll be back on stream. Yeah. That'll be the plan. And yeah, when I come back, we'll keep working on this. We'll calculate it. We'll get those number of months showing. And then I think we're like, it's going to come together pretty quickly. Once I have a kind of number of months, like a range, not a range, but like a number of days kind of marker, I can work out, okay, this can be worked out. This can also be worked out. I can do a countdown, controller. Yeah, should be pretty easy. In the meantime, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. It's been a while since I've streamed. Been quite fun to get back into it. And fun little bounty to do as well. And we'll see if there's other ones that pop up. I think this is the first tool, but there probably might be others that we create. So, yeah. I'm going to go get dinner, and then I will be back. Hope to see you later. I can't find the finish button. Where's the finish button? Here it is.